Now after taking rest during the field visits, we are now again moving towards the ecogeography and the systematics and the ecology and biodiversity. Abdullah, Shakil, Najib, they are accompanied with me during this expedition for the eco-biogeography. We are moving from Sheringal University to the Kumrat Valley, and where we found this valley that is called as Grave. In these field expeditions, we are going to explore the dry, temperate vegetation and the ecogeography and the biogeography of the biological diversity of the plants in an ecotone where the dried and wet ecosystems join. That is the dry temperate and the wet temperate. So this is the very unique biogeography where the diversity of the plants from dry temperate and wet temperates meet together. That is called as ecotone. See the khatpal, that is the Rumex status, which belong to family Polygonaceae. The characteristic feature of the Polygonaceae is the presence of ochrea at the base of leaves. Here you see the ochrea, that is the peppery material, which is our diagnostic characteristics of family Polygonaceae. This is the impatient Edwardiae with a characteristic yellow flower. This is a Sorberia tomentosa, which belongs to family Rosaceae with a characteristic unique floral inflorescence. That is, the plant belongs to family Rosaceae. This is also one of the important shrub that belong to Rosaceae that is found in this ecotone where the dry temperate and wet temperate join together. Here you see the bluish flower, a small lanceolate leaves, that is Cyanoglosum lanceolatum, and it is the Erigeron conizanthus, which belong to family Astraceae. So in small place you found a rich diversity in the dry temperate regions of the way from Sheringal to the Kumrat Valley. In this expedition in the dry temperate regions of Kumrat Valley, I am accompanied with my two research students, Amir Sohail. He is working on the grasses and biogeography and the systematics of the grasses. Najib is working on a journal floristics and biogeography of the Upper Dir and Kumrat region. According to the Amir Sohail, he is also working on the dry temperate regions, that is the Teucrium royaliana, that belong to family Lamiaceae. So here you see the whitish flowers with the characteristics bilabiate corolla, which is the diagnostic feature of the family Lamiaceae. This is another important plant that belongs to family Fabaceae leguminosae, that is the Indigofera hedyrantha, which is a medium-sized gregarious shrub. So the characteristics pinkish flowers that belong to Indigofera hedyrantha. Let's enjoy this fresh water of Panjkora rivers that is running from Kumrat Valley in this valley. So we are just enjoying to refresh with this natural fresh water. So here you see important plant, that is Lectuca cereola. There is a, I think, milky latex in a different parts. So here you see it's when you break up the branches and leaves, you see the milky latex, which is our diagnostic characteristics among some families, members of Astraceae and Lectucae. Plant ecologist Dr. Shujaul Mulki is the associate professor from plant sciences. He will tell us about the ecogeography and ecology of this dry temperate regions.
Thank you, sir. As you told you, sir, that this area is dry temperate. Dry temperate is the area where the monsoon winds doesn't reach. And this is the area that is monsoon free. And here back in the mountains we have the alpine region with glaciers, the snow melts, and with that melting snow you can see the river is coming here. And this area is also very important. For example, this is one of the indicator species of this floodplain, the Rumex status, locally called Taruke. And this Rumex status usually grow in stony area, and it's very abundant in the dry temperate. When we go to the moist temperate, it gradually decrease and then disappear.
So this is a panoramic view of the valley Grave that is on way to the Kumrat. So these mountains are covered with the quercus species, and at the top you see the citrus deodara. So here you see it is another important plant that belongs to family Oxalidaceae, that is Oxalis carniculata. Oxalis carniculata, which belong to family Oxalidaceae. So this is a erect herbaceous plant with a yellow flower, with the thick leaves, with the hairy texture of the leaf, that is Verbascum thapsus, which belong to family Sacrophyllaceae. In English it is called as donkey's ear plant, which is one of the important characteristic plant that is used for medicinal purposes. Especially extracted drops are used for the earache or the ear problems. So this is another important medicinal plant, that is Mentha longifolia, which is commonly known as a wild mint, that is used by the local communities of this valley for diarrhea, vomiting, cholera and dysentery. So the characteristic aromatic smell, that is aromatherapy, the light purplish flowers and the verticillation inflorescence is the diagnostic feature of the family Lamiaceae. Here the splash, that is splash of the river Panjkora, which is running from Kumrat and move towards the lower Dir. Panjkora river, which is one of the important source of the water in this valley. You see, it is another important plant that belongs to family Amaranthaceae. Its initial stage, that is Amaranthus spinosus. This is a wild vegetable that is commonly used as a wild pot herb in this valley. This is another important shrub in the dry temperate region, that is Sorberia tomentosa, which belong to family Rosaceae. It's just in the vegetative growth, and after a few days or few months the fresh flowering will be blooming. Here you see the honeybee visits the flowers of Rumex astatus by collecting and picking the pollens and nectar for the honey production. The wild honey is also, it is a species that is the source for the nectar and pollen production by the honeybee. And the study of the pollens using the honeybee flora is called as melisopalenology. We are taking some rest on way to Kumrat. This is a traditional plants for field visitors and ecologists, taxonomists and biodiversity specialists. Another important species which belong to family Lamiaceae is the Clinopodium ambrosum, with the characteristics decussate leaves and the verticillaster composed inflorescence. That is also one of the diagnostic features of family Lamiaceae. So this pinkish flowers, that is the Onethra rosea, which belong to family Onageraceae. So this is another important species, that is Impatiens edgeworthii, which is found on the stony bass, Impatiens edgeworthii, which belong to family Balsaminaceae. Here it is, you see it's a prostate herb, that is Polygonum, which belong to family Polygonaceae, with a pinkish flower. This is the Lepidium pinnatifidum, which belong to family Brassicaceae. Here you see it is the Dispensia botrytis, which belong to family Chenopodiaceae. This is another important medicinal plant in this valley. Here you see it's a bluish flowers, that is the Psychorium intybus, which is commonly known as chicory, which belong to family Astraceae. According to the Hadith of Prophet Muhammad, every morning the angels spread the paradise water on the leaves of Psychorium intybus. Yeah. Here you see this is the Origanum vulgare, whitish flowers and peak flowering season of this species, which belong to family Lamiaceae. Oregano is one of the important herbal tea that is commonly used by the European people, Turkey and Israel. So this is one of the important herbal tea that is used for the digestive disorder, abdominal pain and a refreshing herbal tea. Where you see important plant, that is Lectuca cereola. There is a, I think, milky latex in a different part. So where you see is when you break up the branches and leaves, you see the milky latex, which is a diagnostic characteristics among some families, members of Astraceae and Lectuci tribe. This is a cannabis sativa, which is an invasive species there. This is the Tagetes minuta, which belong to family Astraceae. So during the field visits, ecology, systematics, and biogeography, you love, you enjoy the nature.